Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing another collection video which is showing off my huge Funko Pop collection, and this shelf isn't all of them. So we have a lot to show off today, and with all that said, let's get started because this is going to be a long video. Now, something I want to show off first before we go onto these on the shelf is that I have a couple down here, which I'll show off now. So one of them is Venomized Captain America, which is in the box. I'm just going to do these one by one. Another one is, I have no clue how to like Kulatoni, I can't pronounce that, from Contest of Champions. I'm not really going to be saying too much about these ones because these ones aren't quite, I don't have enough room for them on the shelf. We have Rocket and Lila from Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series. I know this is going to be explored just a bit more, or a little bit, in the new Guardians film, which I'm very excited for. Next up we have is, not popping in the box, which is Marvel vs. Capcom, Gamora and Strider. Very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. The next one we have here is Bedtime Deadpool. We do have a Deadpool up there, but here's Bedtime Deadpool. And we have another Deadpool, Clown Deadpool. And then we have an anime pop. And I don't really watch anime, but for some reason I have this one. This one, don't know how to pronounce the name, Dragon Ball Z. So they're the ones which aren't on the shelf but are still remain in the box, but don't worry, they still get a lot of love because I love all my pops. But we do have a few more which aren't on the shelf but are down here, but I just want to start off over here on the shelf. So let me just pan the camera up. Yeah. So let's get started. So first off we have here is T'Challa Star-Lord from the What If film. Very What If series, sorry. Very, very cool one. We R.I.P. Chadwick, but great. Great pop. Next up we have is Korg from that's the Endgame one, with the gamer one. I have a set down there actually. Next up we have is Carnage from Venom Let There Be Carnage. Very, very cool pop. Really like him. He just doesn't stand very well. That's the only problem. The other one we have is Venom up there. He's very, very cool one as well. Looks really nice. They both have the same sort of texture. They both look very, very cool together. Moving on to over here, we have Happy Hogan from Far From Home holding the check in his hand, which is very, very cool. We have MJ from Far From Home. We have Doctor Strange from Spider-Man No Way Home, and he's holding like the shovel. So he's not in his full uniform and suit and everything, but still very, very cool one. Plus, I forgot to say, with MJ and Happy, I remember getting them two together at the Disney store, actually. I remember getting them for some reason. They still sell Spider-Man Funko Pops at the Disney store. Anyways, next up we have is Ant-Man. Very, very cool one from Endgame. Now the only problem with that one is when I bought it, it was just really smudged and everything, and really it's just not very nice, not a very good one. So it's really annoying because like the eye lens comes out and I just never sent it back for some reason. So putting the camera a little bit further up, we have Hulkbuster, 6-inch one, very cool one. He's quite a big one as well, but he's really cool. And he's got, he's probably one of my favourites. And Captain America is one of my first ones actually that I got. And then moving on to Iron Man, that's from Civil War. They're both from Civil War, Iron Man and Captain America. Two of my first Funko Pops, and you can just see, if I get the Iron Man, just see how like the body's changed and everything like that. You just see how it's changed a lot, because these ones are quite, they're a lot smaller. But next up we have is Iron Spider, which is the only Tom Holland Spider-Man I have, but I know that they're releasing some new ones for Spider-Man No Way Home with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Very excited for them too. But I got this one and a pop you'll see in a minute together. But this one's one of my favourites because he's so shiny and beautiful. Next up we have is Professor Hulk, or Hulk in the Quantum Tunnel, or Quantum Tunnel suit. Very, very cool one. He's a bobblehead one. Just in a nice pose. I actually really like the pose he's in. And obviously he's a bit taller than Thor and Spider-Man right over there. Which brings us on to Thor. You know, he's got his short hair. This one, he's holding Stormbreaker from Avengers Infinity War. Really, really nice one. Obviously he's slightly smaller than Hulk, but really, really nice one. This is when Funko was starting to get on their feet with making some really, really cool Funko Pops. Not to say that the old ones aren't cool. Next up we have is Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the one on the floor. I have one of him hovering as well. But this is the one of him on the floor, one of the first Funko Pops I got. If you didn't already know, I started Funko Pop collecting March 2016. So you can kind of see where I'm coming from. Next up we have is Teenage Groot. He's holding a gun for some reason. Not sure why, but he is. So yeah, he's a little weird that he's holding a gun because he doesn't use it in Infinity War. But yeah. Next up we have is Thanos with his armor from Avengers Endgame. Very, very cool one. This is one of the like 4 Thanoses I have, I think. Yeah. Next up we have Deadpool. This is the only non-MCU one, but this is the comic one. Really, really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put the camera here. Next up we have is Ned from Spider-Man No Way Home. Very, very nice one. I got this one for Christmas last year. Really, really cool one. But he's a bit of the odd one out over here. Next up we have is Alien, the Pizza Planet Alien from Toy Story, dressed as Mater. Mater's the only one I got because I just thought, yeah, why not? He's cool. And of course I love Mater. Next up we have the Manticore from Onward. Really, really nice one as well. Just like the detail and the sword looks awfully cool. The hair as well, really nice like texture and making that. Next up we have is Wilden Lightfoot. This is the one with just the legs. But yeah, really, really cool one. Really like this one as well. I collected all the Onward ones, except for the Unicorn one, but the Unicorn one isn't sold here. Next up we have is Barley Lightfoot. He's holding a little book, which actually does say something about the quest. He's just got some nice detail on his jacket, and the hat is really cool as well. And he's just got really fuzzy hair and everything. Really, really cool. And you can see how he's like that gangster, washed up old dude just because of his hair and that. And the little beard he's got. Next up we have is Ian Lightfoot, the Tom Holland one. And of course the other one was Chris Pratt. He's holding the staff. That's the first one I got. And I just love his detail, and it just these two just look so much like the character, and I love it. Next up we have is Mater. He's really hard one to get now, but this Mater one is really nice Funko Pop. Got such a nice design and everything, and I do keep the boxes for these, by the way. He's got Tow Mater in the background. Not crazy detail in this one. It's just got the main colour, but they are both the same. Next up we have is Nick Wilde from Zootropolis or Zootopia. This is the first Funko Pop I ever got. So March 2016, got this bad boy. He just looks really cute. It doesn't really feel like the character though, because he's too cute and the character is very sly, but yeah. Next up we have is Olaf, very, very cute. And he's got the detail like the snow that he got at the end of the first one. That's really, really nice on there. Looks really, really cool. Next up we have is Forky from Toy Story 4. He's just sitting in the back there. He doesn't stand very well, but he's the only Toy Story 4 Funko Pop I got for some reason, just because I thought he was cute. Next up we have is Pikachu. I got him August last year, I want to say. He's a really nice one. I love Pokemon, so of course I had to get this one, and of course he's standing with Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, this is a nose replace, but apart from that, he looks very, very cool. He glows in the dark as well, so I can see it when I'm in bed. But yeah, very, very cool. Just make the camera a bit. Next up we have is Barney Gumble, my one and only Simpsons Funko Pop, but still a very cool one. I got him along with Pikachu. He's holding his beer, and he just looks washed up and fat and old. Very, very cool one. And I love Barney Gumble in The Simpsons. And of course I love The Simpsons as well. Next up we have is Scar from the live action Lion King. He's a very, very cool one. Looks very, very scary, but he's still along with King Kong. But with Scar, he doesn't really look much like a Funko Pop, but he's got great detail, and it does look like him. You can tell just by like the scar on his face and just the colours and everything. Next up we have is King Kong from Godzilla vs Kong. He's very, very cool. Love the pose he's in. I don't have Godzilla, but I'd love to get the big ones. The big ones are very, very cool. I really like the big ones that they do. Yeah. So, putting the camera down here a little bit, we can get it a little bit closer. So we have Marvin the Martian from Space Jam. He's got the little Space Jam vest on, but you can't really see it too much. Yeah. We have LeBron James. This is the one of him dribbling. I prefer this one to the one jumping, so that's why I ended up getting this one. Really, really nice one. Next up we have is Lola Bunny, of course, with the Toon Squad vest on. Very, very nice one as well. It's got a little armband on. I remember going to see Space Jam and New Legacy in the cinema. It was a great film. We have Daffy Duck as the coach. Now, sadly, he doesn't have the Toon Squad vest on, which is sad. But on the posters, he does have it on, but he never wears it in the actual film. So, I guess Funko didn't want to rip you off in any way. So, I appreciate that. So, let's move it over to here. Sorry about that. It's very, very hard to do because this is very tall. Right. So, we have Donatello, the Pixel 8-bit version, which is very, very cool. Donatello is my favourite Ninja Turtle, or Donnie, if you will. We have Leonardo, aka Leo, with the swords. This is the other Pixel 8-bit version. They have other ones as well with Raphael and Michelangelo. Just never got around to getting them, but these ones do feel like 8-bit, and they just feel very lively and very, very cool. Next up we have is Steve Harrington. I did a separate video on this one, and also the Space Jam ones and the Venom ones of Steve Harrington. He's a very, very cool one from Stranger Things. He's my favourite character from Stranger Things, and this is probably my favourite one that they've done of him, with him holding the bat from season 1 with the blood on his face. That one is very, very cool. Goes well with like Halloween mood. But he's really, really cool, honestly. And they did a Funko moment of him fighting the Demodog from season 2. And they're doing some more season 4 ones, so that's going to be fantastic. Next up we have is Mandalorian. Very, very cool one. I love the Mandalorian. This is the one where he's got like his old beat up armor from the beginning of season 1. But he's very, very cool. You can see like the dirt on the head and everything. It's very, very cool. Next up we have is Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, aka the child. That's what they call it on the box, I think. He's very, very cool as well. He's just the Star Wars ones are on these bases. They're a bit annoying though. But he just looks adorable, especially along with his enemy, Baby Groot. We have a golden Baby Groot here for the 10-year anniversary for Marvel, and these two are kind of enemies to being adorable characters in the like superhero films, if you will. But adorable. Look at those eyes. They just look like they managed to combine the Funko with the actual character, because that looks like Funko's eyes, but also his eyes. So very, very cute. Next up we have is Golden, of course, I just mentioned Golden Groot. He's an okay one. The gold does look just a little bit weird, but he's cool. But yeah. Next up we have is Kyle from Despicable Me 2. So these are quite old Funko Pops. I'll get them because they're very easy to get. So you can see how like they're really like chubby and everything, but they're really, really cute. This is Carl. He's got nice hair. Not too much detail, but it looks like a minion. You get what you order, and he's a really, really cool one. And he's got his hand like on his chest or his face, if you will. You can't really tell with the minions, but very, very cool one. I'm really happy to have this one, and some of the first ones that I got as well. Next up we have is Dave. I may as well show him off as well. He's basically the same, just really, really cute as well. And they did do some more for the minions, the Rise of Gru. I don't have any urge to get the Rise of Gru ones because I've got these two, and these two just feel like enough really for minions because they're all the same, just wearing different clothes and different poses. And I know there's Kevin and Stuart and Bob and everything, but I just like these two little guys. They're just quite cute, just in between a few of the characters. Next up we have is Baby Yoda holding the soup from season 1. Episode 4, is it? I'm not sure. Anyways, this is literally a split-second scene. This Funko's made for a joke. It's literally just made for comedy. It's all it's made for. But it's very, very cute one. Very, very nice. Holding the soup and everything. So yeah. And right next to him we have another Mandalorian in the red, shiny outfit. But this is the one with his new armor. You can't really tell, but It is from season 2, I believe. Yeah, really, really cool one. Next up, we have is Stiggy from Jurassic World Dominion. That's like his name, or her name, sorry, because they're all females. But it's Stegosaurus or something that one's called. She's literally like she's a bit silly. She just crashes into everything, but she's a funny one. Next up, we go on to the final shelf, but not the last Funko Pops. We have is Colossus. This is the X-Men comics one. Not from the film or anything. They didn't do any film ones, but he's very, very cool. Very, very nice and everything. I love Colossus and everything. So he's a nice one to have, honestly. He's got a bit of dust on him, actually. I'll give him a dust after this. But he's a nice one. He's, well looked after, along with all of these. But he's just a nice one, which has managed to stay in beautiful condition. Move the tripod over here. Sorry, I'm moving the camera so much. I won't need to move it for a while, so I'll go through these ones. We have Rocket Raccoon hovering, or with his jetpack thing. So that's different to the one up there, which is the one of him just standing, chilling. But he's got the guns in his hand. This is basically the same. He's just flying in the air. Really, really cool. Next up, we have his Lockjaw from the Inhumans. He's like a pug dude. He's got magic powers. He looks like he's got a tooth floss. I always think that looks like a tooth floss, like a floss on his head. It's actually like his superpower thing. Inhumans isn't really a thing that I've done. I haven't really watched any of it, but I still know the character very, very well. Next up, we have is Stan Lee from Thor Ragnarok. We love you, Stan Lee. R.I.P. Really, really nice pop. Just such good design and everything. And obviously, the back bit looks really, really cool. So yeah, next up we have is Tony Stark from Avengers Endgame, or the Quantum Tunnel one. He's got his arms on his hips, and it just looks like Robert Downey Jr. That's what it looks like. They all look like the cast members, really. Yeah, they all do. They've managed to capture that really well. I like the hair. The hair literally is the same as mine. But yeah, really, really cool one. Next up we have is Thanos from Avengers Infinity War, the one that I got along with the Iron Spider one. Really, really cool. I like the pose that he's got his gauntlet, but he has all the stones as well. And you don't really see many shots of that in Infinity War. You don't really see many shots of him holding the gauntlet. So, moving on over here. Now, I'm not sure what they call these two, but these two are the exact same design as the ones you saw earlier of Iron Man and Captain America. I think it's vintage Captain America, vintage Iron Man, but they look really, really cool, especially the chests and everything, just with the comic book colours. It's beautiful. I love the Spider-Man one as well. Spider-Man one's fantastic. Beautiful pops, and just take you back to those days. I feel those days and ages when these were becoming really popular. Next up we have is Taskmaster, not from Black Widow, but from the Avengers game, which I do not really like, if you don't already know. But apart from that, he's a cool pop. He's got very, very cool design on his chest and everything, with his belt, straps, zip, all those other stuff that he's got on there. The only problems I have with it is that this shield and this sword are flimsy. They could, obviously I'm not going to do it, but they're so easy just to rip off. They're rubbish. I'm really disappointed in that, because these pops were really, really cool. Moving on to the last few on the shelf, we have Herbie from Fantastic Four. He was in the comics a little replacement for Human Torch, and we haven't really seen him since. He was in the Lego Marvel Superheroes games, but apart from that, he's just Herbie. He's one that's very easy to get. You just see him in every single shop. He's quite a cheap one, but he's so cute, so I couldn't resist. Next up we have is Captain America Snowman, if you will. Looks a bit like Olaf. Very, very cool. Obviously, he's got the shield and the little nose, everything like that. This is really, really cool. I'm sure someone has done this in real life before, got all these stuff and chucked it on their snowman. It just looks so funny. And next up we have is Thanos in the Christmas jumper. Now, these two are my favourite ones, the Christmas ones, definitely. What I really like about this one is it might seem like a bit of a silly detail to point out, but it just makes it feel a bit more Christmassy and comfy. Is that Thanos's gauntlet is tucked into the sleeve, and they even did a bit to show where it ends on the design. Very, very cool. The only thing I wish is that they turned that smile upside down. That's not really a thing. It's not a phrase used. It's complete opposite. But just because I'm sure Thanos wouldn't want to wear a Christmas jumper, but he looks very happy about it, which is good. So this one is quite hard to get in there because he's so big. But don't worry, I'm not squishing it. Next up we have is 2 from Spider-Man Miles Morales. So one of them is the 2020 suit. I got these 2 together along with the T'Challa Star-Lord. So he's got the 2020 suit down. He's crouching down as well. This is one of my favourite suits in the game, so of course I have to get it. And last but certainly not least for these ones, we have Spider-Man Miles Morales with the Christmas hat on and the earmuffs, scarf, socks, and he's flying in the air. But for some reason, he's just holding a web. He's not shooting it out. He's literally just holding it. Very strange. So, that is not the end of the video. So, if I bring you down here, I'm not going to move the camera. So, some of these ones I got for my birthday very recently. We have President Loki. He's still got the base on. He's actually in Loki for 2 seconds, but I really want a Loki. He's got the little president logo on there, vote for Loki. The hair is really nice. It just looks like Tom Hiddleston so much. I can't get over it. He's got his arms folded. The shoes are very bulky, but apart from that, really cool one. And I like how he's got the helmet on and everything. Really, really nice one. Next up we have is a very recent one, but one I've instantly fell in love with, which is Moon Knight. Beautiful, beautiful pop. Love him so much. And I love the Moon Knight series. He just looks really, really cool. And his cape and everything, how he's flying in the air. He's kicking at you. Very, very cool one. Love it, love it, love it. And just the pose he's in. Very, very cool. And they also did Mr. Knight and Khonshu and all the other ones. Next up we have is Scarlet Witch, aka Wanda, from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Very, very cool one. Just, you know, a nice pose that she's in. I love, like, the mask and everything. And she's got, like, eyeshadow on and everything. Really, really nice. Really nice costume and suit, if you will. Obviously got her powers coming out. Very, very nice one. Very happy I've got this one. Stand that on there. Next up we have is Owen Grady. Chris Pratt looks just like him from Jurassic World Dominion. He's got his arm glove on and everything. He's got his watch on back to front, and obviously he's got his belt on. Just really nice detail and looks so much like him. Can't get over it. And the shoes are really nice as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pop to just the design and everything. Great. So let's put that one there. Next up we have is one that I have on my desk actually, which is Blue and Beta from Jurassic World Dominion. I was desperate to get this one because I knew it looks so nice, just them two together, and the fact that it's on a base, so it sounds a lot better than the Stiggy one. They just look beautiful together. Mother and daughter right there, so cute. I remember getting this. I got it not too long ago because film came out not too long ago. There is a little mistake with Beta this side with the design, but apart from that, great pop and great texture as well. Love it. And I have to come over here to get this one actually. And I also have 2 other Funko things. So the last pop that we have of like, well, I don't want to say last pop, but is the Robert Pattinson Batman from the Batman film. Love the film, love the pop, just the design. Looks like Batman, even looks like Robert Pattinson. Feels like him. Obviously, he's shooting out his little his rope, which he uses to fly away. Very, very cool one. Yeah, I really like that one. Have this one sitting here on my desk as well. It's another one. And then we have 2 little Funko things. Now I do have a Funko not Yoshi plush. I don't know. Loki plush, but we have. I do have pop keychains as well. But I won't be showing them off today. But I have like Clown Deadpool and Captain America and Thanos and like a Deadpool holding like a chicken. But we have like a Star-Lord and Gamora, like they were like from little mystery bags. Just looks just like them too. I really like them. I just thought I'd show them off because I have them here. Easy access. But yeah. So, last but certainly not least, we have, this Funko Pop Jumbo Thanos 10-inch, beautiful Pop. It's the same as that one, basically, except he's clenching his fist. He just looks massive and beautiful. He's great. He's got a lot of weight to him, but he's really, really cool. You have to love this one. You can't not. I mean, his fists and his clothes and everything just looks such like him. It even looks like the Josh Brolin playing him. So yeah. Wow, that is everything. I'm tired after that. So yeah, guys, that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do comment, like, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. Here's one final little shot of all these dudes. And yeah, they all say goodbye as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.